The video clip I'm going to show you is about Alana. She was born a Muslim. She is now a Christian. And I want you to listen very carefully to what she say as far as her explaining what political Islam is compared to just regular Islam as a religion.
So, Ayan, tell us, what is Islamism and how does it differ from their well over a billion practicing Muslims worldwide? Not every Muslim is an Islamist. What's the difference between the two?
Political Islam, I would say, is in some ways different from general Islam. I know some of my fellow researchers are just going to be really upset with me when I make this distinction. But in practice, when I look at countries like the United Arab Emirates and the leaders of the United Arab Emirates, what they're trying to say is, look, there is Islam as a civilization. We're trying to cope and modernize and do, this is our national identity, this is our religious identity. But on the other hand, there's political Islam, which is that what is promoted by the Muslim Brotherhood. And political Islam is a modern movement that was born out of the fall of the Islamic Empire in 1924 when the Ottoman Caliphate fell apart. They developed this ideology, collectivist, totalitarian, which is in pursuit of establishing Islamic dominance over the what used to be the Islamic heartlands and then spread out throughout the rest of the world. So we're looking at an Islamist political ideology versus Islam, a civilization. Islam has a lot of problems, and I'm the first one to admit that. But I think as Americans today, our focus should be on political Islam because it's easier to diagnose, it's easier to define. We know what their objectives are, we know who leads them, and we know also that they have formed an alliance with radical communists. With communists, yes. They operate as a subversive effort, which I call da'wah. And then there is, of course, we're familiar with the terrorist or jihadi aspect of it. So complicated, yes, conceptually, but in practice, easy to define, easy to understand, and in my view, easy to combat.
So as you can see with political Islam, they focus more on infiltrating countries based on their political power. They're not going in like they do in other countries where they're just going in, using jihad, taking over. They're going about it a different way because they know they can't do that in America. Also, I want you to listen to this next clip very carefully.
Extremist, Islamist, fundamentalist, I would only vote left.
Why is that?
I saw them as very stupid. I would fear the conservatives because they come with principle. That's not someone they can brainwash. But the left, I know they have no values and no principles to begin with. I dare you to find one Islamic extremist that votes for Donald Trump. Never do it. They'd give their vote to the leftist who wants to run around in pride parades. And Islamic extremists are against gays and homosexuals and transgenders, but they want the left to go and get busy with that. They want them, go speak about the climate, go speak about abortion, go kill yourselves, go do that. And Omar, she's fighting for abortion rights and all the other, my body, my choice. Yes, go do that. But would she have an abortion? Never. Never. Would she kill a Muslim in her stomach? Never.
What is the fundamentalist and jihadi agenda for America?
The future of America has to be Muslim.
And so you can see that a lot of what's going on in America when it comes to the Conservative Party, that is being divided. And you can see he stated that they are afraid of the Conservative Party because they think they have standards. And because of that, they go and vote with the left all the time, the Democratic Party, in order to be able to push their agenda. And so what do you do with things that you're afraid of? You try to get rid of it or divide it. And that's what they're doing with the Conservative Party. That's why you see a lot of division now. You see the regular Conservative Party, and then you see the extreme right within the Conservative Party. There's a lot going on, and you can see a lot of agendas being pushed with the likes of Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes, and Candace Owens. And they're going against their own party as well as going against Israel because they're saying Israel is the problem. And then there's a lot of lies going on. There's a lot of lies being spread, and there's a lot of disrespect being done towards their own party just to try to divide it. I have said it before, this is more than just politics. This is a spiritual warfare that's going on. And what's going on in this country doesn't just affect the Democrats and Republicans. It doesn't just affect the Conservative Party. It doesn't just affect Christians. It affects every American citizen, because you've seen what he stated. He stated that their agenda is to take over the United States. They want the United States to be a Muslim country. So some people might say, I'm trying to push propaganda. I'm trying to fearmonger. No, what I'm doing is pointing out what's going on, what's taking place. What you do with that information is really up to you. But what's going on, what their agenda is not going to change whether you listen or you don't listen. They're still going to be moving forward with that agenda. So I just want to get that out there. Just always be aware of what's going on around you. And as Christians, always keep your focus on Jesus. Don't get distracted. Don't let other people push you and, maneuver you or manipulate you in the wrong direction. As long as you stay focused on Jesus, you will be okay.